I'm going to get the negatives out of the way really quick. I feel like we had no focal point today, and I feel like that's important. Podence and Neto do really well to get past the player and get out, but if the shot's not on for them, they need someone to lay that off to. And oftentimes they're both so wide that there isn't someone in the box. Today we saw Otasowie in the box, which isn't his game. I feel like Otasowie was played out of position. I feel like Leander Dendoncker obviously is missing, and I feel like Nuno's tried to shoehorn Otasowie into that role, but I don't think it's necessarily natural for him. So I feel he did well. I feel he performed well, but he performed well in the wrong position. He to me, you'd be better off putting a more experienced player such as Martino or even Neves in that cam role and playing Otasowie where he'd naturally be. My biggest negative is the corners and the set pieces. At the moment, I feel like we'd be better at just humping the ball in and hoping to get a chance than these small balls which come off once a game. It's not good enough. You need to be able to have teams worried at those situations that you can get a goal, and I don't think teams are. They just know to protect that run, and as soon as that happens, then it's done. I feel like it was a bit weird to take Otasowie off and put Traore on, and then have Traore run down the side and cross balls in when we didn't really have good height in there. We have Fabio, but Fabio's been bogged down by two centre backs. There's no really good height in there because you took Otasowie off. So playing that way into Neto and Podence to me seems strange. But anyway, now the negatives are out the way. Positives, I thought Otasowie did well considering he was playing, in my mind, in my eyes, out of position. I feel like he put a decent shift in. I feel like Neto and Podence look good as well. They still look nice. I love Podence's fire that he seems to be playing with recently. I think they do well. I just really think they need a focal point or someone to lay it off to get the shots. I think we're going to have to sign someone in January. I think someone with a bit of experience. I don't want Fabio to lose minutes. I feel like he should be getting some minutes at the moment. I don't think it's a good thing as well to get to buy a young centre forward to then lose your centre forward to injury and then not be playing that one. But I do feel like if it's not working and if we're not getting the chances, it would be good to be able to put someone on there who you know is going to get you at least 2 or 3 chances off the bench. I think Rui Patricio had a great game. He saved it being 4-5-1. I'm really happy that Fabio got a goal. I do think he's going to be a quality player. He's just not there yet. That's why, for me, we need someone who can come in and just do a job for us straight away. I feel like we're definitely in a bit of a rut at the moment in terms of getting the best. You can see some of the players all on the same page. But I feel like if we can get 2 decent signings in January... Look, Europe, for me, is out of the picture this season. Get some of the youngsters some game time. Get in some decent experience. Let's just try and get a working team, and even if we put a decent cup run in or something, I'm not worried about Europe next year. Whether some of the players are is a different thing. But for me, at the moment, let's dig in. Let's just get the team working well for next year. Anyway, Merry Christmas to all Wolves fans. Let's look forward to 2021 and just hope it's going to be a bit better than this year has. Wolves, are we?
Me and Olivia aren't even going upstairs tonight to record this. Are we beautiful? She's not happy at all. Not a great result, as we know, and certainly not a great performance. For me personally, I'd have probably started Traore tonight. I think he's very effective, and we could see that. Obviously, when he came on, Silva once again, I'd have probably started Silva. But it was good to see him open his account tonight in the Premier League, and hopefully that will give him confidence moving forward. But listen, it is what it is. Full credit to Burnley as well. They've done a job on us tonight. So we go again. Not great at all, we know that, but for the benefit of hindsight, we'd have all picked a different team before, during and after the event, but we can't. So there you go, keep tuning into the fantastic work that Talking Wolves are doing. And Olivia's asleep. Oh no, she's not. Thought she was asleep then. Anyway, time for a bottle, over and out.
Right, where do we start with that one? Bit of a tough one, that one today. We started off really well, kept pushing, we were literally pushing and pushing. It was all Wolves. We started off really well, and then after the first about half an hour, we just kind of switched off. We let Burnley come to us. Then they scored, and then it kind of went downhill from there, realistically. We just couldn't seem to really have a go today. I mean, we got a goal in the end, but that was through a penalty. It wasn't through an actual... we didn't score it like a normal goal. It was through a set piece. So, difficult game today. Burnley were the better team. They were pushing. We were just being quite sloppy. It was just a bit of a mess, really, from us. We weren't... Like I said, we didn't really have many chances. We only scored by a penalty. Do you know what I mean? It was a tough game today. We kept pushing. Like, we had so many chances, we would just give the ball away, or just, we wouldn't get anywhere. We'd get, to the end of their goal, get to their goal, and then nothing would happen. It was just kind of, we'd throw the ball away, they go on the counter, and then they get a goal. Basically what happened today. A bit of a tough game today. Move on to the next game. I don't know who the next game is, but we need to sort it out. We didn't play too bad. Shout out to Otasawi, he played very well today. Congrats to Silva for his first goal. Anyway, there's some highs, also some lows in that game. Good things and bad things, but on to the next one.
So, Wolves' look for a win at Turf Moor for the first time since 2010 goes on. And to be honest, that performance was pretty pathetic. Slow, lethargic, sloppy. There's probably about 100 other negative words you could use to sum that up. Start to finish, really, really, really poor. And I think questions have definitely got to be asked of Nuno for this game. I know some people might convolute that with me saying he needs to be sacked. No, I'm just saying we need to ask questions of his tactical decisions, because why are we playing a 4 at the back against Liverpool and then starting a 5 at the back against Burnley? Why are we not starting Fabio Silva and playing Pedence and Neto up front when we already know that doesn't work because it didn't work against Liverpool? So why is it going to work against Burnley? Also, why are we ripping in crosses? Pedence and Neto probably have a combined height of about 4 foot. So why are we crossing the ball in against a team that we know is good in the air? They're physically dominant centre-halves. Why are we constantly getting the ball out wide, crossing it in? Formation was just all over the place today. It was almost like Neves and Moutinho were holding midfielders and Otasawi was the player going forward. I actually thought Otasawi was alright today. I think he looked pretty good. Can't really say too much against him. But why are we not playing Fabio Silva? He got the goal today. Thank God as well. From the penalty spot, a good penalty as well. Hopefully that's many more to come. I think it will be. I think he showed a lot of promise. Really good hold-up play again. This is what we're saying. Some people criticising Fabio Silva. Really good hold-up play. Wins the penalty, scores a penalty, and gives us somewhat of hope. But it's just such a lack of urgency. 5-10 minutes to go. We're 2-0 down. And we're passing it around the back. Passing it between the back 5. It's going back to Cody, into midfield, to the wing-backs, back to Cody. I just do not understand what Nuno is thinking with this style of play. Really don't. It's so frustrating. We're a different team almost every week. So good against Chelsea. Terrible today. Absolutely terrible. The performances like this make me wonder what we are doing as a team. How are we actually moving forward? And Nuno says solutions, and we're trying to find solutions. We're trying to adapt. We're trying to improve every week. We're not improving every week. We're so much worse this season than we were last season. So boring to watch at points, and it's just really frustrating. We've got so much talent in this team, and it's been wasted by negative football at points, and I just cannot for the life of me understand. I thought that on the whole, the defence was just shocking. Again, Nuno's teams are built on defence, and both goals we conceded were some of the worst defending I've seen. The 2 4-0s against West Ham and Liverpool, and this as well. Both goals, one from a cross and one from a set piece, another cross. Why can't we defend crosses? Why are players not getting to the ball? We've got 5 defenders standing around and watching in the penalty area. It's just absolutely baffles me, really does. Really not happy with this performance today. I don't like to get annoyed. After the Chelsea game, it's going to be easy to say that we're sort of, fickle, but this was so bad today. You have to ask questions of the performance because it was just that bad. It was, not great. Just too slow on the ball. Honestly, we've really got to improve for the next game because who we even play next? Is it Spurs? I think it might be Spurs. So, God knows how that game's going to go. I can't imagine what our XG today was, but no, not fantastic. We've really got to improve, and questions have got to be asked of the style of play because it's just not good enough, really. The performances like that have happened too often this season. So, not great.
There's a lot of talk about players getting the sentimental treatment by some of the fans saying we shouldn't have players here for sentimental reasons. Should that be the same with the managers, though? As far as I'm concerned, whatever Nuno has achieved now up to this point is completely irrelevant due to the position that we're in now, as the past does not determine what the present is. That was a really, really poor game. Once again, I said after the Chelsea game, Nuno was a tactical genius. Nuno has decided to contradict those comments and decided that he was going to be tactically in tune against Sean Dyche. I mean, who would have said that when Nuno was winning everything, really? First half was poor. First 20 minutes, to be fair, we were all right. We gave it a good go at them, but then we just kept hoofing it and just playing their game. If you play Burnley at their game, they're obviously going to destroy you. And that's exactly what Burnley did. They made it a dogged fight, and we just didn't look up for it. Sai switched off for the first goal. Second goal, I don't know what the hell that defending was, when after every free kick you could tell what they were going to do, which was knock it diagonal and just head it across. Whereas with our free kicks and corners, they're just so ineffective, going short at every single corner. It's like a broken record. It's broken. Fix it, for God's sake. What else is there that's got to be said, really? Martinho was poor. Really, really poor, in my opinion. And I just look stale. We're coming up towards January and Nuno does not know his best team. This is worrying. This is really, really worrying. He has to tinker with it every single game, and yet we're still not really going anywhere with it. I don't know what it is with Nuno. I think there's something stale going on there. We kind of need freshening up a little bit. And the players that freshen it up are the players who don't really get opportunities on there. But it's a poor, poor performance. And I feel as though a lot of questions have got to be asked after this performance from Nuno. But it's fine. We'll beat Spurs next week and this performance will all completely been forgotten about. But, you know, we lost to Chorley in the 80s, so we can't really complain too much, can we?
Right, Burnley 2, Wolves 1. Another really boring result watching this club. Just the way we play in general. We're not exciting to watch at all. And yeah, it's another 90 minutes of my life I'm unfortunately never going to get back. I don't know why we changed to 5 at the back again, just because it worked against Chelsea. We know how Chelsea play, and 5 at the back was the system, but for Burnley, I don't think it was. We showed up to Anfield with 4 at the back, and we got dominated, we got destroyed, but it was a lot better than watching 5 at the back at Turf Moor. You know how Burnley are going to play, and I thought they dominated us for most of the game, to be honest. Like I said, you know how Burnley play. Long balls over the top, they win every flick. They're very good defensively, especially since they've now got, you know, me, Tarkowski, and Nick Pope back, who Nick Pope was, I thought, brilliant today. He didn't have much to do. Other than the Neto chance, I don't really remember a chance we, you know, made him do anything. So, yeah, again, just boring sideways football. It's getting really boring now. And Adama came on and just tries to hit the byline and put a ball in the box for no one. No one's going to win a header, especially against Burnley, who are, you know, a fantastic, compact defensive unit. And once they went 2-0 up, they didn't have to attack us because we're not gonna, you know, we don't have enough going forward without Raul, and it is a shame that obviously without him for this is the 3rd, 4th game now without him, we really see how much we do miss a player of his level, because we're not scoring many goals, and the ones we are scoring, you know, we're relying on Neto or Podence to have a moment of magic, and unfortunately you're not going to have, they're not going to do it against Burnley. I think the short corners need to go. The short corners drive me mad every single week. We play a short corner because we can't beat the first man from a normal cross. We haven't scored a corner since Sheffield United. You know, that was 13 games ago. I don't know why we keep doing it. It's just, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again, expecting different results. And I don't know, Nuno must be insane, keep playing short corners. But again, yeah, we're crying out for a striker and a centre-back in January. This club's needed a centre-back now for 2 years, and we just don't have a defender who you know, was put on this earth to just defend. Unfortunately, I hope we get one soon. And yeah, we need a striker because we're crying out for one. You know, Neto and Podence, as good as they are and as brilliant as they have been this season, picking up points for us, we can't rely on them to, you know, really break down a team like Burnley, who are just going to sit back and, you know, let us have possession and then knock the ball forward. Like Nick Pope almost got an assist today, just clearing the ball. And times like that where we're just caught out defensively, and their big attackers just aren't, Saiss and Kilman, unfortunately, just aren't going to do enough against them. So, yeah, like I said, a really disappointing result. And with Spurs and Man United next, I can't see us picking up against a point against Spurs because, well, we never beat Spurs at home, to be honest. And United are in the form of their life. Well, recent life. Bruno's banging them in, and we can only really pray for a 0-0 against both teams because I can't see us scoring against either team, to be honest. And it is a shame. I don't think we'll get another win until maybe Brighton, but, maybe Nuno will, I don't know, play differently. We might start faster, probably not. And, it's just a shame watching this team at the moment, I'm afraid.